impossible to predict. I mean, someone who has enough, what's a word? Stupidity? Not quite right. A high idiot factor. I think that's better. Someone like that. Imagine how could someone possibly have predicted that someone like that would be sued by a partner alleging misuse of funds. Of course, that doesn't prove anything yet, but it's going to be interesting to see this case. Last year, Chanos shut down his fund after 40 years because he was struggling to make profits due to some smart decisions like shorting Tesla stock. His firm managed less than 200 million in 2023, down from 6 billion in 2008. Elon responded with, interesting. It's not just that he would short Tesla, he would also push false stories about Tesla in the media who performed for him like circus poodles. You know, I usually feel bad for people when they are going through a tough time. Not in this case, not at all. But maybe he was just generally stupid. And maybe he didn't do anything wrong with misusing these funds. Maybe it was just an accident. Well, the suit filed in New York State court over the weekend involves $10 million of outstanding loans that Chanos borrowed from his company over more than a decade. It is alleged that Chanos never intended on paying the company back, but instead planned on using his power as general partner to run the company into the ground, enjoy the tax benefits of his financial shenanigans, and leave his partners with nothing. The suit also alleges that Chanos sold his luxury apartment in Miami, which was owned by Chanos & Co. for $17.8 million earlier this month without notifying his partners. If you're willing to put out false stories in the media about Tesla, I mean, why wouldn't you be willing to do this as well? Sounds like things are in natural order. Chanos' girlfriend, Crystal Connors, acted as the sales agent on the deal, which would have netted her $540,000 at standard commission rates, according to the suit. Wow, look at her. Yeah, look at him. These two just don't match, and especially knowing that he doesn't have a good heart. We know exactly what this was all about, allegedly. I mean, obviously, it's all because of love, of money. In other words, Chanos not only sold the company's property, but did so in a way that he could pay his girlfriend more than $500,000 of money that did not belong to him. I'm pretty sure he would do it all over again. So never short Tesla, except year to date. But that's the kind of thing shorts always say before they lose everything. Back to regular programming. Tesla sales in Europe have been fairly steady, ranging between 85,000 and 94,000 over the past 6 quarters. However, this quarter is expected to be clearly less based on the registration data so far. We will have a better idea in a week when we have the May numbers for all countries. So this is Europe, but China is looking pretty good. We should expect a drop in Europe, but an increase quarter over quarter in China. James is staying at 420,000. He just increased his delivery estimate, by the way. So despite a cut in production in China, the Chinese market for Tesla is actually doing all right. But the reason why the production was cut is because of fewer exports. Well, we haven't heard much about Giga Mexico ever since Elon Musk put brakes on the whole project, but we are hearing something from there now. Tesla Giga Mexico's construction is still moving forward, says Nuevo Leon's Secretary of Economy. We have not had any change in signal. Communication is very close. The only thing that is not defined, the thing that really matters, which is the most important thing, is when Tesla is going to start. But the politician says Tesla is coming, so nothing really seems to have changed. Incentives between Tesla and Nuevo Leon are still being discussed. One way to look at it is this delay is probably going to get Tesla a better deal, but I'm not expecting any significant real progress to be made over there anytime soon right now. Tesla Giga Berlin is drawing new businesses to the area. For example, a groundbreaking ceremony was held to celebrate the construction of a large warehouse to store lithium-ion batteries. It's estimated to be about the size of 14 football fields. Wow. Well, this took a long time to repair. The structure that was damaged by an arson attack on March 5th and caused Tesla Giga Berlin to shut down due to lack of power supply has been fully repaired, but they did a quick fix which restored electricity within 6 days, but only now, 84 days later, it's fully fixed. The most disappointing part is that no arrests have been made. Check this out. The slowdown has been vastly exaggerated. Bloomberg now says the slowdown in US electric vehicle sales looks more like a blip. For every sign of an EV slowdown, another suggests an adolescent industry on the verge of its next growth spurt. Duh. What else are you going to tell me? That Stephen Mark Ryan is a Tesla bull? 6 of the 10 biggest EV makers in the US saw sales grow at a scorching pace compared to a year ago, up anywhere from 56% at Hyundai Kia to 86% at Ford. A sampling of April sales similarly came in hot. Look, Toyota sold like 8 more EVs probably. Keep in mind that Tesla was having issues with the Model 3 RAM, but now, from everything that I'm hearing from private sources, the Model 3 production is really good now at this moment. Also, it's not like we haven't been through this before. Look at how consistent the growth was for quite some time, but before, yeah, we grew here like crazy, and then there was a bit of a slowdown, and then we continued to grow, and I think we are just going through the exact same thing right now. And this gives you some good insight into how much we can trust Bloomberg as a source of information when it comes to them stating their opinions and maybe even facts. Tesla's calendar of new vehicle launches is essentially blank, apart from an aspirational roadster supercar and a vague hint by Elon Musk last month of new vehicles, including more affordable models, coming next year. It's too soon to gauge long-term demand. Pay attention. For Tesla's Cybertruck pickup, which is currently only offered as a $120,000 Founders Edition. This is one of the reasons why people watch my videos, because people over at Bloomberg and at other media outlets, they don't know some simple facts. I'm going to ignore the fact for a moment that Cybertruck has over 1 million reservations. Let's look at Google Trends. Let's search for Cybertruck and let's compare it to a few other pickup trucks, the electric F-150, and then let's pick another one, Ram pickup truck, which is pretty popular in the US. And the blue is, this is where the Cybertruck launch happened. Of course, lots of hype, lots of videos, lots of attention, lots of media about it. So naturally people search for it. And then interest started dying down, except it is now coming back. It's almost like the more Cybertrucks Tesla produces, the more Cybertrucks people see on the roads, the more people ask the question, what is that? And how do you get one? And F-150 electric pickup truck? Nah, not interested in it anymore. You can see that, yeah. At first, when the Cybertruck launched, it actually was beneficial for the F-150 electric pickup truck, but now, no, it's a bad thing for it. I'm going to modify the search terms a little bit. We're going to look at F-150, including the gas versions as well. And with this modification, you can see that Tesla Cybertruck in terms of interest is still behind the F-150 pickup truck, but boy, if this continues, it will have more interest than the most popular vehicle in the United States, and is already outperforming the Ram pickup truck. And we are just getting started, and you can't even buy the cheap Cybertruck yet. And here's how the interest in Cybertruck is broken down by the state. And note how the Ford F-150 is not as popular in the places that Cybertruck is, meaning potentially that Cybertruck is actually creating first-time pickup truck buyers. Back to the shrinking EV sales. The Model 3, which was the #2 best-selling EV, saw sales drop 60% in March due to the switch over to the all-new Model 3. Tesla sells so many EVs that a dip in Tesla sales in the US due to a production transition makes it look like the whole industry is shrinking. And now that we have no more production problems with the Model 3, with the Cybertruck ramping, I will be enjoying the show.